Welcome to today's race preview. Now we're reviewing the race at Kentucky. Now before we get into that, the last race was at Daytona, and let me just say, that was a crazy finish of the race with Austin Dillon flying up into the catch fence. Now, most of the drivers were worried about him after flying over 2 rows of cars into the fence. Now, in the game, the fence is a bit different. Let's see if we can get it slowed down. Okay, you can see there the metal poles. He flew and took 2 of them out before flipping over upside down onto the track, where Brad Keselowski tried to slow up, and there was oil from his car everywhere. So he spun and hit into Austin Dillon after he was upside down. So it was a crazy finish to a race. Most of the drivers were glad that he was alive. I mean, they all were, but you know, they were glad that he was alive, and they were glad about the safety of the cars. Now, one driver, Ryan Newman, who's a bit of an idiot. I know for some of you out there that might like Ryan Newman. I preferably don't. I sort of think that he's a bit too, like, oh, I'm too cool. But you know what? Let him think what he wants. Now, he was very upset about saying that NASCAR doesn't have enough safety in the cars, and the track isn't safe, they want somebody to get injured. Which they don't, because these cars are so safe, and there's nothing really wrong there. The car got hit at just right angle, got spun around, got into the air, and he got smashed. He smashed in the fence. He got out of the car and stood up and was okay, and that's the important thing. Now the next thing that this did overshadow was surprising, was Dale Jr.'s win, and that was quite impressive. That's something that can overshadow his win. Yeah, he was very upset and emotional about what happened. He was gonna cry. So he celebrated his win, and move on to Kentucky, which on the NASCAR calendar was a big, important spot that was marked for a lot of people, as the first race the NASCAR was testing out the 2016 rule package, or some sort of form of it, where the back spoiler is half the height that it is, and the front splitter, if you can see on very far onto the left side of the screen there, was now it's on the right side. Yeah, that was lower down in some grill thing or something small. I don't know. Either way. So it was a big thing that they did. So they're making this track be sort of like a test race of the 1.5 mile tracks, which this year have not been all that exciting. The cars haven't really had much of passing. Now, Kentucky is the one track they only go to once a year. Brad Keselowski's won here the most. Kyle Busch won the first race. Now, if Jeff Gordon can win at this track, he'll be the first driver to win every track the NASCAR runs on the circuit, which would be impressive. Kyle Larson starts on the pole, as qualifying got rained out and went off the qualifying time again. Not the qualifying, the practice time for the second time in a row, and the second time this season. Last time Dale Jr. got the pole at Daytona. Now this here is sort of big, I think, because Kyle left my favorite driver, so I'm glad he got the pole. But I'm excited to see what they can do with the cars. Now, what's going to be happening in these race reviews is the next one's going to be New Hampshire. The only thing is that I won't be talking about the Kentucky race in New Hampshire video, because I'm actually going to make that one right after this. So we won't have the race winner. We won't talk about the pole sitter, because that stuff won't have happened. So I'm going to drive it as the pole sitter for this race. But what we're going to do is talk all about this at Indianapolis. We're going to talk about what happened in Kentucky and New Hampshire because I'm on vacation and I will not be able to upload the New Hampshire video while I'm there. So I'm going to upload it, put it on private, and then set it live the day of the race in New Hampshire. So you guys will still get a video. We'll still talk about New Hampshire race, but we won't talk about anything that happened at Kentucky. So for Indianapolis, you're going to get more like a double. Thanks. If you want to know what happened for Kentucky, see the news. No, but if you want to know my opinion about things in Kentucky and New Hampshire, make sure you watch the Indianapolis video in a few weeks. But now let's talk about the Kentucky race. This track is very, very bumpy. Now in the game, it is not done justice for how bumpy this track is. The thing is that you cannot see in the game how bumpy the track is and stuff. But it really is really, really bumpy. And with this new setup that they're running, the cars are all sliding in the corner. Now you're going to come to the corner here. It's a big arching front straightaway. You want to go up high, but you get a nice run-in on the bottom here. You can run about 2 wide, so I'll show you the next lane. So you want to really get on the bottom, and sort of run it up here, go against the wall. Get that nice arc down into the corner. You're going to run it down here yet again. You're going to want to go. Now here you can really run anywhere. Some drivers go up here. Some drivers want to way down here. Really wherever you want to run. Wherever you see where your favorite driver runs. Tell me where they run in the comment below. Tell me who your favorite driver is actually, since I haven't asked that to anybody. Tell me who your favorite driver is. Everybody should know my favorite driver is Kyle Larson. And I also like Kevin Harvick. So those are my top 2. So here we go. You can also run this lane right here, which is good. So you can run, I mean, anybody can run anywhere in this track really. Now the corners is where it's important. Some drivers are going to run it down low. Other drivers are going to run it up here, run it up high. So you can run it anywhere you want. So that's the end of the review for Kentucky. Thank you guys for watching. We will see you in next week's video where we're talking about New Hampshire. And remember, we won't be talking anything about Kentucky. It'll just be the information part that I do after my talk of what happened at the race. Also, the Daytona race did run pretty long. It ran pretty late, so if anybody stayed up and watched that, also write that in the comment below. Thank you guys all for watching, and yeah, we will see you in the next video talking New Hampshire.